Sure. Just like super, super pleased with the win. We knew it was going to be a low scoring game, or we thought it was going to be a low scoring game. And we just got to scratch and claw and make things go our way, and we know that we've talked about defending and rebounding from the beginning of the season, and that sometimes sounds boring, but that's how we're going to win basketball games, by defending and rebounding and just, I mean, I can't say enough about these two. Taylor's really playing consistently, both on the offensive end of the floor and the defensive end of the floor. And then Jorie, you could see she's just a determined young woman, getting in the paint, demanding the basketball to help her team get the win. So just really proud of our ladies today.
Of course. I wouldn't expect nothing less.
I like that answer.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that answer.
I like that answer too.
I like that answer.
Jorie, we've seen over the last month or so where you have not been only one carrying the load. Of course, and that's sharing the load with you. Talk about now at this point how it's working out for you two together, being able to carry the load together.
We knew going into the season that it was going to take us a while to, as a team, get our feet underneath us. We're young, a lot of new people, and it's Taylor's first year here, Meg's first year here, and that's what the non-conference season is for. It's to really try to build your team identity and build up individual confidence, collective confidence. And I'm just not surprised at all about the way Taylor's playing, the way Meg's playing, and showing up big for us. That's what it's going to take, and that's what they're capable of. And I'm just really, really proud of them for staying the course and continuing to lean into what Coach Jill has been preaching to us and buying into what we want to do as a program. And we know what we got to do now. We got to defend, we got to rebound, and then Taylor, me, Meg, and then everybody else has to step up and make big plays when we need it. And it's just, I tell the girls before the past 2 games that every game right now is a must win for us. Every game's going to be a dogfight. Every game's going to require each and every one of us to make big plays. So we're really leaning on each other, and it's been fun getting the job done and seeing some success, and we're just going to keep rolling.
Taylor, 5 threes for you tonight and 4 in the first quarters. What was going right for you offensively that was allowing you to make shots like that?
Just seeing that I'm open and the spacing on the court requires everybody type,
And Jorie, obviously, you talk about that tough non-conference schedule. Obviously, you guys played 4 teams ranked in the AP top 25 at one point in the season. Just what did you learn about the team after that, and what's allowed you guys to come together playing such a tough stretch like that?
Every game was just a test mentally. We went in we went into those games as underdogs, and they were bigger, faster, stronger in every position. And we just had to fight. But going into every game, we're like, we're not just gonna lay down and take this. But we knew it was just gonna make us better going into conference. You look at our schedule compared to some of our conference opponents, and I really just think we benefited from going through what we did in November and December. And it's paying off for us now because we've got some fight in us, and we need to continue to lean into that, dig into that, because our conference is a tough conference. And Providence is a really good team with a lot of veteran players who I've played against for the past 5 years. So we just got to continue to lean on lessons we've learned, and then just embrace what the Big East Conference is.
Back on what Coach mentioned about the defensive end of the displaying. Talk about all those charms you all picked up today. Can you speak to that, especially in the third quarter?
I wish we would have gotten a couple more. I mean, in the first half, I was a little frustrated we didn't get some to go our way. But we got the charge club. Coach Jill got the charge club. You got to get 3 charges to get into the charge club. And then with each charge after that, you move up in rank. And we're all competing for Queen of the Castle at this point. It's what we preach. And, defensively, we got to have each other's back. We play some really, really talented players it's really, really difficult to guard them one-on-one. And we know we got to be in the gaps. We got to be on the help side. We got to draw those charges. And anytime you draw a charge, charge is just a hustle play. It's just being, willing to sacrifice your body, being in the right place at the right moment. And that's commitment to, our team and helping and having each other's backs. And that's a big deal. Anytime we can draw one of those and celebrate that together, that just leads to a win, Little plays like that build up, lead to a win.
Can we ask who at this point, if any of you guys know, is ahead in the charge club at this point, or is it
Summer Lee?
Yeah.
Summer Lee what did that Summer get today? 1 or 2? She had 17 going into the game. So Summer is notorious for her charges, and that's a big part of her game. This team has embraced charges, and we've got, I think, 4 or 5 players officially in the charge club.
Coach, so obviously at halftime today, they inducted a couple people into the Athletics Hall of Fame, including Allie Quick, who's obviously done a whole lot for women's basketball. At DePaul, within the Chicago area. I mean, what does it mean for this program to see her go into the Hall today?
Oh gosh, it's just awesome to see Allie go to the Hall of Fame. Allie's a player we talk about a ton in our program. We talk about her with this current team, but we talk about her in recruiting also. She worked very hard. She had a decorated career at DePaul, but then it's just her story about just continuing to fight to make it to the league. It wasn't easy for Allie. She didn't graduate and get to the league. She fought and fought and fought, and I think it was like 5th, 6th year, she stuck in the league. And that took a lot of persistence, dedication, hard work. And then she didn't just get in the league. Then she became the 6th woman of the year. And then she became a 3-point champion all-star. So on multiple occasions. So Allie Quigley's story is an awesome story for any DePaul athlete, but for really any athlete just wanting to make it to the highest level. And she's in the house.
Yeah.
That's why I keep pointing. She's in the house. Yeah.
Anything else for the student athletes?
I'll go to Jorie. Terry can also answer this as well. But speaking of Allie quickly, what advice has she given you guys thus far?
She's always supporting us. It's always great to, I watched her win the championship here in this building in 2021, and it's just amazing. That's why I came to DePaul. DePaul is full of, amazing alumni who continue to make impact on the game, and to have people like that who have, done what they set out to do. It's just inspiring, and then it makes you feel really good to be a part of something that connects to that person.
I would say just kind of the constant support. She here today, and that means a lot. And I would say I look up to her because I also want to play in the league.
Awesome. Thanks, Taylor and Jorie.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Ladies, get some rest. Get some rest. Big week. Let's get the real stuff.
I know this is a bit of a random question, but many fans are saying they give up on DePaul basketball because of the men's performance in the Big East. Clearly, they haven't paid attention to how great you guys have been in the Big East. So what's your message to those who haven't tuned into DePaul women's basketball?
Fans never give up, right? You don't ever give up on your team. So I wouldn't really listen to that. A true fan just always supports their team, and they try to learn about the team, and they try to watch the team grow, and their support in the stands, it really matters. The support of the program really matters. So I would just always tell people you gotta always be a fan in Chicago. We know about being fans. We know about being loyal fans, with our sports team. So I would just tell people that they're gonna miss out if they don't continue to stay and support men's programs, women's programs, and all of our sport programs. We're working hard at DePaul to be great. So I would say you're going to miss out if you walk the other way.
Coach, Providence came in with a top 50 defense today, but on the defensive end, I felt like you guys had more intensity. Obviously, team gets 12 steals today. Just what did you like about your team's fight, especially working against such a tough defense like Providence has?
Yeah, so we knew they were super stingy. It's just we've been preaching defending and rebounding, and we've talked in the past about our challenges of scoring the ball at times, and dealing with some injuries, but we don't have excuses. We're not going to have excuses. The players who are able to play, we're going to get out there, we're going to play, we're going to defend, we're going to rebound, and we're going to try to work to take care of business. So it's just the effort is impressive and inspiring from some of our players, but it's also expected. And as an athlete, as anyone trying to get anything accomplished, working hard, that's just the basics, right? You just got to work hard and you got to bring it every day. And we're fortunate to be in a team sport because then you can play for each other and support each other. And I think the girls had a lot of fun out there working hard and supporting each other and coming out with the win.
And last thing for me, obviously you guys got some good minutes tonight from both Natalia Nelson and Ellery Minch. What did it mean to be able to see contributions from them as kind of some of the other girls were sitting on the bench?
It feels great, and Emery Platt. Emery came in and got 3 rebounds, and it was much needed. So it's great. Natalia's been getting better. And we talked early in the year, these players are going to get better week by week, and Natalia has continued to do that. Emery in the last couple of weeks has really shown some progress in practice, and Ellery Minch has been getting into games now. We feel extremely confident about Ellery's ability to shoot the ball, and then with us just having some additional injuries tonight, those girls had opportunity to play, and I thought they all contributed to the win.
Jill, can you talk a little bit about Taylor Johnson-Matthews and what the impact she's had on this team? And then also from a recruiting aspect, she kind of has the road that's less traveled in college basketball, going D1 back to JUCO. Is that something you guys can kind of learn from, going to that JUCO well year in and year out if you're going to look for a player with that kind of production that can make an impact right away?
Yeah, so in terms of Taylor overall, she's made tremendous strides since she first set foot on campus. She owned June when we started. And it was a big transition. I think the demands of everyday basketball at this level was a big transition for her. But she, to her credit, has been very coachable. To her credit, really wants to get good, believes in what we're doing. So she's put in the effort, and probably about 2 weeks ago, really just embraced playing very well on the defensive end of the floor. The last couple of games, she's drawn the best guard on the opposing team, and she's digging in and really trying to guard them. As far as the junior college, when spring comes, when recruiting opens back up, you're just trying to find the best players you can to fill your roster. So whether it's in high school, whether it's junior college, whether it's transfer portal, you're just working your hardest to get the best players you can to complete your roster. And Taylor was a player who her school reached out to us. They sent us tape. We watched tape. We said, hey, she's a 3-level guard. Let's follow up and see what kind of happens. She's from Cleveland. She's a Midwest girl. So I think the opportunity to play right away was a big factor for her. But then just her getting here and see what we represent and what DePaul basketball is all about, I thought, made a big impact for her. And she's doing great. She's doing great. So we're just happy to have her, and we're going to continue. We still think there's levels for her that she can continue to improve. And we're going to continue to demand that she works to reach her potential.
Coach, I want to ask you about Shakira. She gets some big buckets for you in that fourth quarter. She plays any role for you as a star or coming off the bench. Can you talk about her play lately and what she's been able to do for you?
Yeah, sure. In the locker room after the game, so those were her biggest buckets of her career thus far, right? She actually had a great first half at St. John's. She scored 7 points in the first half at St. John's, 7 really needed points. And then today she got off to a little bit of a tough start because of foul trouble, but she stuck with it. And I think that maturity to see her just stick with it after having faced some adversity in the first half was impressive. But then she stepped up and made big shots. I thought she did a really good job on the defensive end, defending the ball, and really caused them a little bit of problems. So it was great to just see her kind of like turn a little corner here with just dealing with the adversity, but then coming in and really making some big shots and contributing to the win.
And then, Jill, can you talk about the balance of wanting to rest your players? Because you guys have had so many injuries over the course of the season. At some points, you've had 4 players out and then up to 6. You kind of balance practicing and wanting to get better, but because of you're kind of working with a limited bench, balancing the rest and the development.
Yeah, it's we talk about every day how much we're going to do. Like tomorrow, so we've got 3 games this week, which is really hard, and we can't just not come in tomorrow and not talk about Villanova. We can't wait until Tuesday, So, the players who play a lot, we rest them, and I think it's really important to get better and to practice with the players who haven't played as many minutes because we talked to the team about this back in November. We're going to get in the gym and work hard with the players who need to work and whose bodies can afford to have to work on a given day. We're not just going to have them go work out and do some cardio. Like we're going to get in the gym, we're going to work on our basketball because the work we do with these players in November and December and right now is going to pay us dividends in February and March. And that's the message we've sent. And we're going to get in the gym tomorrow with some of them and work really hard. Our whole team will be there. We'll all watch film. We'll get with our strength coach. But then some of the players, we're gonna get on the floor and work hard to get better.
One more for Joe.
Yeah, one more quick one actually for me. Towards the end of the game, you shared an embrace with Taylor. What did you say to her in that moment?
I just, you know what? I was just wanting Taylor to go get the ball. You know, they didn't want to foul Jorie, and Taylor's a really good free throw shooter. And I gave Summer credit for going to go over and get the ball. You know, but it's just like learning in these moments. And you know, I wanted her to learn the message in the moment, but I wanted her to still feel good about herself and let her know the game's still not over and we still got to play. And like I said, Taylor is great because she's very coachable and she wants to be good. She, you know, anytime you ask her a question, she's gonna want to give credit to her teammates. That's how she is. You know, she's happy to be playing more consistently, but she wants to get better, and she's been great. And I just talked about the moment of maybe you should run over there and get the ball from Jorie since you're such a great free throw shooter.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Paul. Thank you guys for coming.